Mixtures can be classified into three main types: solutions, suspensions, and colloids. Each type has distinct characters based on the size of the particles and how they interact with each other. Number 1, the solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture where one substance, the solute, is completely dissolved in another, the solvent. The particles of the solute are at the molecular or ionic level, typically smaller than 1 nanometer. Because the particles are so small and evenly distributed, solutions do not scatter light and appear clear. An example of a solution is salt water, where salt is dissolved in water. And number 2, the suspensions. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture where larger particles, usually greater than 1 micrometer, are dispersed throughout a liquid or maybe even a gas. In suspensions, the particles are not dissolved and can settle out over time if left undistributed. Suspensions can scatter light, making them appear maybe cloudy. An example of a suspension is muddy water, where soil particles are suspended in water, like shown in this picture. Number 3, the colloid. A colloid is a heterogeneous mixture, but the particle size is intermediate between that of the solutions and the suspension, typically ranging from 1 nanometer to 1 micrometer. The particles in a colloid do not settle out and cannot be separated by filtration. Colloids can scatter light, which is known as the Tyndall effect. An example of a colloid is milk, where fat globules are dispersed in water, like shown in the picture. In summary, the key differences lie in the size of the particles, their ability to settle, and how they interact with light. Solutions are clear and homogeneous suspensions are cloudy and can settle, while colloids are stable and exhibit the Tyndall. Here is a graph that compares the properties of solutions, colloid, and suspension. The solution has a particle size of less than 1 nanometer. The colloid has a particle size of 1 to 100 nanometer, and the suspension has a particle size of more than 100 nanometer. The appearance of the solution is clear, and the appearance of the colloid is cloudy, and also the appearance of the suspension is cloudy. The solution does not separate, and the colloid does not separate. The suspension separates or settles. The solution passes through the filter paper, and the colloid passes through the filter paper, while the suspension particles do not pass through the filter paper. The solution, the light can pass through. Colloid scatters light. Suspension light cannot pass through. The solution has an example like salt solution. The colloid has an example like mayonnaise. Suspension like muddy water. First things first, to start the experiment, we put a spoon of salt into water, and then we stir them together to create a solution. And then for the second part of the experiment, we take a spoon of sand and mix them into water. And then for the last part of the experiment, we turn on the light on both of the cups to see if the light passes through or not. A mystery project done by Malak Moustafa. Thank you for listening.